Gail Dukes, and I'm the librarian of Holy Cross School. And today I'm going to share a book talk with you. My book of choice is Memory Jars by Vera Brosgol. It is illustrated by her also. This is a wonderful story because it talks about a relationship between a granddaughter and her grandmother. And it starts like this. On a hot, sweet, sticky July day, Freda went blueberry picking with Gran, deep among the bushes full of fat blue fruit. Freda had ate as many as she picked. They taste like sweet sunshine. They were the best, right then, and they never would be better. She ate until her fingertips were purple and her stomach felt like a giant blueberry. But still there were so many left. I can't do it! I can't eat them all, moaned Freda. Calm down, French fries, said Grandma. We can put them in the jar and save them. I use them for my very special jam every year. It was your grandpa's favorite recipe. So she's very distressed because she wants to preserve the memory of these fantastic blueberries that her and her grandmother picked. And so her grandmother shares a memory of Grandpa, who loved her homemade jam and how he would eat it and spread it on toast. And they share that memory together. So she explains to her that she takes the best of summer and places it in a jar and saves it. And I'll have a lot of jam all through the cold months. And that gives her an idea. She thought, if you can save blueberries, what else can you save? So she takes one of Grandma's chocolate chip cookies and places it in a jar and puts it under her bed for the next day. She opens it, it has that fresh baked smell of a chocolate chip cookie, and it still had the softness. And so she says, well, I guess if I can do this with a cookie, maybe I can do it with some other things too. So she collects many jars and starts making her own memories that she likes to hold on to. She even has a popsicle in there. I don't know how that's going to work, but she has some old tennis shoes she used to wear. She has a stuffed animal, old Halloween candy. These are her memories, and she wants to share. And then she takes it a step further. She has a best friend that's going to move to Arizona, and she convinces him to get in the jar so she can keep him as a memory too. So as she goes, she collects many things from stars to songs and voices until she has a giant collection. And as she collects, one of the most important things that she wants to collect the most is Grandma. She never wants to lose the memory and the presence of her. And she convinces her, please, with the puppy dog eyes, get in the jar, Grandma. So after a while, after she collects all these wonderful things, she's not enjoying them as much. So she decides that all these wonderful memories are made from the experience of being a part of them. Not just holding on to them, but being a part. So she decides to let Grandma out the jar. And she opens the jar and let the other things out too. I shared this book with a second grade class, and it was a project. We created our own memory jars. And I sent a letter home to the parents, kind of expressing how to do the project. So we have been reading the story, Memory Jar. And it's time for your children to capture their own favorite memory. It can be anything that's important to them. So please fill and return. So when the children brought back their memory jars, I had so many different experiences, so many different memories. Some were very heart-touching, some were funny, but they took what was important to them and they placed it in a jar, and I had them introduce themselves and tell what was in the jar, and they did that. We had many stories from parents going on trips, grandparents, rosaries, favorite food, favorite restaurants. We had menus in the jar. We had all kinds of things. But the one that was really interesting, we had a cicada. A young man went on a nature walk with his grandfather, and he brought a cicada in and rocks and stuff, and children really enjoyed looking at that. I feel that this is a great book to have because it brings families together. And I would encourage a family to do memory jars of their own. Parents, do it with your children because you can remember some of the things that were precious to you that you would like to share and have the conversation. Even if it's not it could be something written. This person had a note written aside there, so they told a story. So I think that families can bond over this, many generational. It could be grandparents do it, parents can do it, children. I think that's something that's great. And during this time that we're heading into the holiday season, there's a lot of memories to be had. So maybe you can do this around Christmas and share a favorite Christmas memory, favorite Thanksgiving, a favorite New Year's memory, anything, and have that family time together to create new memories. Thank you.